Okay, so if you're anywhere near the tech world, you have seen this absolute flood of AI-powered startups, right? But what's really going on behind the scenes is a huge pivot, a massive shift away from all that hype and towards something way more fundamental. So let's break down what's actually happening. And yeah, we're kicking things off with this super direct quote. Vibe coding will not make you a unicorn. It just nails the new reality for founders and investors. The days of just, riding the AI wave, they're over. Let's dig into how we got here. All right, so first up, let's rewind a little bit and talk about the recent past, what we're calling the AI gold rush. It was this crazy, frenzied time of incredible hype, a ton of money flying around, and then it all just screeched to a halt. I mean, it was a total frenzy, right? Seriously, if you just slapped AI powered onto your pitch deck, you got the meeting. Founders who had never raised a dime were suddenly getting checks from major VCs. Just having that AI label felt like a golden ticket. So what's wild about this is how simple the logic was back then. The playbook was find a problem, put some AI on it, grow like crazy, and then sell the company as fast as you can. But that whole playbook, it's just slammed into a wall. The market is now completely oversaturated, and when everybody's building the same thing, well, nothing stands out anymore. And this quote, man, it just perfectly captures that turning point. That window of opportunity for easy money and quick exits didn't just slowly fade, it slammed shut. So you gotta ask, why? What happened? How did this gold rush just stop? And that question leads us right into our next section, the wrapper trap. This is where we really get to the core of why so many of these companies just weren't built to last and why investors are now seeing them as something very different from a real sustainable business. Okay, so this is the key term we have to understand, an AI wrapper. What is it? Well, it's basically a startup that takes a super powerful, already existing AI model, think something from OpenAI, and just puts a pretty new face, a new user interface on top of it, and calls it a product. They're not creating the core tech, they're just wrapping it. And what's the result of all this? You get investors seeing the exact same pitch over and over and over again. It's this endless parade of chatbots with slightly different logos or productivity apps with a few minor tweaks, but they're all powered by the exact same engine under the hood. It's become a sea of sameness. This right here breaks down the core problem so well. See, a wrapper, that's just a feature. It's not a real business. A good developer could probably rebuild the whole thing in a weekend. It's totally dependent on another company's technology. But a real business, that has a moat, a real defense. It solves a problem so fundamental that it can survive even if the tools it uses change completely. And this quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? If your whole business can be copied and just shipped for free in the next update from Google or Microsoft, you don't really have a company. You have a temporary feature. And that is the wrapper trap. Okay, but this isn't some downer story. In fact, this is where things get really, really exciting. Because the end of that gold rush, it's clearing the path for something way more important, the deep tech shift. We're moving from the problem to the real long-term solution. So this is the question, right? This is what every founder, every investor, every builder should be asking themselves right now. If building yet another AI wrapper is a dead end, where are the smart people and the smart money going next? And the answer isn't just about building a prettier app on top of the same old tech. Think of it this way. The innovators who are going to matter next aren't the ones trying to make the train go faster on the old tracks. That's it. They're laying new rails. And that metaphor is so powerful because it's not about going faster on the old tracks. It's about building entirely new tracks to entirely new places. We're talking about a shift from apps on the surface to building the deep foundational science underneath. So, okay, what does that actually look like in the real world? The real frontier is in these incredibly hard, deeply complex fields. We're talking about some seriously hard stuff here. Inventing completely new materials, breakthroughs in biotech that change how we live. I mean, even creating structures that can literally grow and fix themselves. This is not just code, this is deep science. And this comparison just lays it all out. On one side, you have the AI wrapper. It's fast, it's pretty easy, and you solve a problem with a simple call to an API. On the other side, you have deep tech. It's hard, it's slow, you solve problems by discovering new science. And here's the kicker. A wrapper looks familiar right away, but a real deep tech breakthrough, it might look like nothing useful at all at first, until all of a sudden it changes everything. Okay, so what does all of this actually mean for you, if you're someone who wants to build something that really matters? Well, that brings us to our last section, a founder's new questions. This is all about making a fundamental shift in how you even think about a new idea. Well, here are 3 really clear, actionable steps to take. First up, you have to change the question you're even asking. Stop asking, how can I use AI? And start asking, what massive problem out there needs a brand new material, or a new process, or even a new organism to solve it? Second, you gotta look in different places for your ideas. Not at hackathons, but in university research labs. And finally, third, before you build anything, you run one simple but incredibly powerful test. And this is it. This is the one question that just cuts through all the noise, all the hype. Would this product exist without GPT? If the answer is no, if your entire company just vanishes if that API goes away or changes its pricing, then you're probably building a wrapper. The real, durable companies of the future, they're the ones that own their own tech. They can survive their tools. And that, right there, is an idea worth building on.